Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2013 USC Upstate Athletic Awards Banquet presented by our good friends at Coca-Cola. We hope that you have a wonderful evening as we celebrate the accomplishments of our student athletes, teams, and coaches this year. At this time, I would also like to introduce Dr. Jim Griffiths, who is our interim athletic director here at USC Upstate.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the 2013 Coca-Cola Awards Banquet. The university has long promoted the development of the intellectual and moral virtues, and tonight we celebrate both of these virtues, the academic achievements of our student athletes and their athletic success on the court, the field, the course, the track. These successes are a capstone to a year of effort by everyone in athletics, a year where teams sacrificed time and energy to represent the university, and in doing so called forth the moral qualities of courage, discipline, cooperation, leadership, and perseverance. Congratulations to all of our student athletes in this endeavor. I'd like to introduce some of our guests tonight. Sitting up here in the front, a very good supporter of athletics, our Chancellor, Tom Moore, and his wife, Marcia. I'd also like to recognize and thank Tony Price and the people from Coca-Cola. They're the sponsor of this banquet. Thank you. Things do go better with Coke. I'd now like to ask Ty Green to come up and give the invocation.
Let's pray. Lord, thank you for this day that you've given us, Lord. Thank you for bringing all these athletes here under one roof, Lord. We thank you so much for all the blessings that you've given each and every one of us, Lord. We pray that you'll be with us over the summer. We pray for exams, Lord, that we can finish out this semester strong, Father, and bring us back for the next semester. And for those graduating, we wish them the best of luck in life, Lord. Thank you so much for this food. I pray that it can go to strengthen each and every one of our bodies, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
Now I'd like to invite everyone to eat. We have some great food tonight. If we could start from the front tables and move to the back in an orderly fashion. You can line up on either side of the table. Did that make any sense?
To Miller. Miller puts a bat on it, skies it into left, backing up on it to left fielder. He looks up. This one's over the wall. It's a two-run home run that just kept carrying for Upstate, and it's a 6-4 baseball game. will take it and has it.
Here is winning the ball in midfield is Senzel catching the keeper off the line, and that's going to do it. As Senzel puts in about a 40-yard effort.
College baseball. Check out the play like Spartans Tyler Lutchie lays out and the hat flies off and he makes the catch. That's a good play. Good for slow-mo.
Don't look back. Turn in the rags and give in the commodities a rain check. I don't ever want to let you down.
Is lifted to left field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit, and it's a walk-off base hit. As 2 runs come around to score, Upstate wins it 6-5 over Marshall.
Columbus delivers, and she does swing. Lifts it high and deep to left. Looking up the left fielder. It's a grand slam. The Spartans have taken a 4-0 lead on top of the Kentucky Wildcats off the bat of Jessica Uvari. Home cue. Driving it out of here to the left of the scoreboard.
Coatney in transition to Hicks. Good.
Somehow makes a stop, and his throw is in time to take care.
They're on the far side for Bingham, and somewhat
and she puts a charge into one here. High and deep to center, and it's gone. A walk-off home run for Dana Landers. The Malden High School product out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, has had quite a weekend, and it's her 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 7th that will make the Spartans walk-off winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to welcome you to the 2013 USC Upstate Athletics Awards Banquet presented by Coca-Cola. It is now time to announce the team awards. When your name is called, please join your head coach at the front of the stage, down here front, to accept your awards.
The men's cross-country team defended its 2011 title, winning the program's second ASUN championship in 2012. As associate head coach Carson Blackwelder picked up back-to-back ASUN Coach of the Year honors. Gilbert Kimboy won his 3rd straight individual league title. The Spartans landed 4 athletes on the Atlantic Sun All-Conference teams in Kimboy, Davey Dennison, Cameron Thomas, and Ross Oden. Kimboy also picked up his 2nd straight ASUN Scholar Athlete of the Year honor, while Oden was an academic all-conference selection. Kimboy went on to finish 6th at the NCAA Southeast Regionals and advanced to Nationals, becoming the first athlete in Upstate's Division I era across all sports to qualify for an NCAA championship event. Kimboy earned a 42nd place finish at the national meet, just missing the top 40 and All-American status by 5 seconds.
Yes, as defending ASUN champions, our goal was obviously going in is to win another championship. Another goal we had was to have an individual champion and 4 all-conference athletes, and we were able to do that. And the guys really stepped up in the last half mile of the race and pulled off the victory, only winning by 4 points. So one of the closest wins in probably ASUN history. So we were really proud of our guys being able to step up when it really mattered. Yeah, obviously having Gilbert being able to take that first spot at the ASUN championships and at our regional meet, he was top 6. That really helps with the overall team score, but our 2 through 5 did a great job this year of being able to step up. A lot of those being seniors, taking those all-conference spots. It was a really great job of just running the fastest they've ever run before and coming through when it mattered. Gilbert being able to qualify for nationals was a big deal for us this year. That was something that never been done, obviously, in school history, and is something that is very rare for an athlete to be able to do. It's one of the hardest things in cross country and track and field for an individual to make it to nationals. And he did a great job. He finished 42nd at nationals. He's always a very consistent athlete, and meet in, meet out, we always know that he's going to step up and perform, and that's what he did, and was able to make it to nationals and perform with some of the best athletes in the country.
We would now like to introduce the team awards for men's cross country. Presenting the awards is Associate Head Coach Carson Blackwelder. Our first award is the most outstanding performer of the men's team, and that goes to Gilbert Kimboy. And our second award is the Coach's Award, and it goes to Davey Dennison.
Seven Spartans recorded personal best times at the Atlantic Sun Championships as the women's cross-country team finished 9th to highlight the season for Associate Head Coach Carson Blackwelder and Head Coach Natalie Smith. Upstate earned 2012 Division I All-Academic status by the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association after recording a 3.465 GPA during the fall semester, which was the third highest team GPA for the Upstate Athletic Department. Sophomore Jasmine Polite led a relatively young team all season, recording personal bests in the 5K and 6K to rank 6th and 4th on Upstate's all-time list.
The women's team is definitely, this was a rebuilding year for us. A lot of freshmen. We lost a big senior class last year, so bringing in the freshmen, you never know really how things are gonna work, but they did a great job. A lot of them ran right at their PRs and really adjusted to college racing very well. Jasmine Polite stepped up and was able to really take home that first spot and be the leader for the team, along with Anastasia in our second spot consistently. So I was really proud of what they did and where we can go with this women's team. Yeah, obviously we focus on our ASUN championships. That's where we want everyone to do their best, to run their best, and the girls did that. They were ready to race and ready to compete, and really proud of what they were able to accomplish there. We definitely have a strong team and a strong young group that's going to be able to develop over the next couple of years.
And we would now like to introduce the team awards for the women's cross country team. The most outstanding performer is Jasmine Polite. And the Coach's Award goes to Anastasia Kolesnichenko.
Making continued progress in the Atlantic Sun, the men's soccer team secured the program's first ever appearance in the ASUN tournament after turning in the program's best season at the Division I level. The Spartans tied the Division I era school record for wins and broke its wins record in the ASUN. The Spartans scored more goals this season
than any of the previous 5 years. John Cadane and Dave Musambi were all-conference selections, while goalkeeper Danny Alvarado earned 2 Defensive Player of the Week honors and was among the nation's top statistical keepers by season's end. Head coach Greg Hooks also saw his team excel in the classroom, earning the NSCAA Team Academic Award while also volunteering for several community service projects.
Our season was very good. We had our first appearance in the ASUN postseason conference tournament. We were seeded 4th, and that was an accomplishment for 2 things. Number one, it was the first time we actually qualified for the tournament, and secondly, to be seeding as high as 4th in our first appearance was quite an achievement. We had a large number of seniors, and the seniors carried us through from their first year to their last year. This past season, they really progressed as players, and thus we really progressed as a team. They led us again to our first ASUN appearance and to our best 1-loss record for our season. And probably the biggest accomplishment of our seniors was all 4 years of their academic careers, our teams won the NSCAA Academic Honor Award. So without question, that's the biggest thing that they did, is they achieved in the classroom in addition to achieving on the field. We also had a significant contribution from a large number of underclassmen. Our spring season, we played 5 games, which is allowed by the NCAA, and went undefeated this spring. So we really are looking good for the future. And the players that we have who are coming back, including 2 players whom we added in the spring, I'm really excited about the future of upstate soccer. I think we're going to get to where we want to be, which is the Atlantic Sun Conference Championship game, winning the Atlantic Sun Conference and advancing to the NCAA tournament. So I'm really excited. And I want to pay respect to our seniors who got us to the point where now we can actually talk about competing for the Atlantic Sun Championship, because I think now that we've actually advanced to the tournament, our goals have been set at a completely different level.
The men's soccer team will present 2 achievement awards tonight. Presenting the award is head coach Dr. Greg Hooks. The first recipient of the achievement award is Danny Alvarado. The second recipient of the Achievement Award is John Cadane.
After winning just 2 games a year ago and going winless in conference play, first-year head coach Abby Minahan led the Spartans to an ASUN victory and 3 shutout wins in 2012. Upstate lost 5 games by just 2 goals or less as the Spartans continued to play conference games down to the wire and remain in the conversation for a conference tournament bid. Playing over 1,500 minutes in goal for the Spartans, Sarah Plants cemented herself as one of the elite goalkeepers in the country. She finished the regular season ranked 9th in the nation in total saves with 122 to earn ASUN Goalkeeper of the Year honors.
This year, our fall season was really challenging. It challenged our character, it challenged our ability. I think the positive thing that came out of this season, although we didn't have a lot of wins, we did win some more games than we did last year, which was great. The games were more competitive. We had a lot of compliments from the opposition, how much we've improved. But we really got to set a foundation for next year. The spring has been really positive for us. We've kind of seen some of the fruits of our labors from the fall. I think 2 stick out in my mind. The first one's Florida Gulf Coast. That was a team that beat them the year prior pretty handily. And this season it was a 2-0 match, which was really exciting. Even though we didn't win the game, we battled It was a complete turnaround from the year before. We were in the game. We had some opportunities to score goals. So I think just that was a great game just to see progress. The other game was Lipscomb. We ended up winning that game 1-0, but that was after a string of losses towards the end of our season, where they could have chosen to give up and just stop playing. But it was a great environment, home game, lots of people there, and we were able to battle and win the game. So that was, I know, an exciting moment for our team.
The women's soccer program has one award to present tonight, the Most Valuable Player Award. And presenting the award is head coach Abby Minahan. The recipient of the Most Valuable Player Award is Sarah Plants. And at this time, we would also like to recognize the recipients of the Wild Scholarship for 2013-14. Dr. Ed Wild has been a longtime supporter of Upstate Athletics and is a soccer enthusiast. He created an endowed scholarship fund for the men's and women's soccer teams, and we would like to recognize the recipients of the Wild Scholarship for next year. We ask that you please stand and be recognized when we call your name. The men's recipient is Derek Dearman. And the women's recipient is Haley Venable.
The volleyball team recorded its most ASUN wins since joining the league in 2007 with 6 victories. Under the direction of head coach Jennifer Callaway, the Spartans landed 3 athletes on all-conference teams, as Kayla McAvoy was an ASUN all-second team selection, and Kayla Eversgerd and Lexi Gober were named to the all-freshman team. Upstate moved towards the top of the ASUN in several statistical categories, as the Spartans ranked first in service aces and second in digs in overall conference play.
The ASUN victories that we had, I mean, they definitely, it gave the team so much confidence. And because we were not just beating teams, I mean, we were beating teams significantly. ETSU, who turned into they were the eventual ASUN tournament champion, went on to the NCAAs. That was such a great victory for us here, and it was one that we got here at home in front of our own crowd, and we got so much momentum from them to get that victory. It was really an amazing moment that I know these girls will remember. I'm really proud of the girls and their team GPA. We had a 3.5 team GPA, and I think I'm really impressed with how our upperclassmen really kind of take the reins and let the underclassmen know, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're about. And all 3 seniors this year will be graduating in May, and I know they definitely will have bright futures. They all will graduate well over a 3.0 GPA, and I couldn't be more proud of them for that.
The volleyball team has 3 awards to present tonight, and presenting the awards is head coach Jennifer Callaway. The first award is the Spartan Award. And this individual was the top volleyball performer who was consistent on the court and exemplified the qualities of high energy, being positive, and competitiveness. The Spartan Award goes to Kayla McAvoy. The second award is called the Iceberg Award. The recipient of this award is the individual who did the most work behind the scenes, the individual who is the foundation. Like an iceberg, the tip of the iceberg can only come out of the water because it's supported by the bottom or the base. The recipient of this award often doesn't get the credit, but pushes the team upward. The recipient of the Iceberg Award is Amanda Carroll. And the final award is the George Gaines Hart Award. This award is named in honor of our longtime friend, George Gaines, who exemplified the very characteristics found in this award: putting the team first and being unselfish, sacrificing her wants for the team, always giving 100% and having no doubts about her passion, dedication, love for the game, and her teammates. The recipient of the George Gaines Hart Award is Emily Sanders.
Entering the most anticipated season in program history in 2012-2013, the USC Upstate men's basketball team played some of the top teams in the country. They faced off against a pair of eventual number 4 seeds in the NCAA tournament, a Sweet 16 participant, and the eventual NIT champion. The Spartans finished the regular season playing some of the best basketball in the league as they routed ETSU by 32 points on the road, then opened the Atlantic Sun Tournament with a 14-point victory against Jacksonville. Upstate's A-Sun Championship semifinal contest against Mercer will go down as one of the top games in conference tournament history, as the Spartans battled the Bears in a game that saw the lead change hands 10 times and the score tied on 10 other occasions before Mercer captured the win in front of a standing room-only crowd of over 3,500 fans. Torrey Craig continued to make history in the season when he was just one of 2 players in the league as unanimous first-team all-conference selections. Craig also won the A-Sun scoring title for the second straight year, becoming just the second player in conference history to lead the league in scoring in back-to-back seasons.
First, I'd like to congratulate all the student athletes that are here tonight. The student athletes themselves, the coaches. If you get right down to it, we're the ones that know how much work everybody puts into it. So I'd like to say congratulations to all those in all sports here at Upstate. As far as our season went, I think we as a group of players and coaches a little bit disappointed in how things went. We were up and down, played really good at times, not so good at other times. And usually it was just in spurts, small spurts in games, but it was enough to lose some games that we would have liked to have won. We finished out very, very strong. That's something, real strong. Played for 3 high-level games at the end of the year, so hopefully that's something we can build upon. Well, he did play very well at the end of the year, as did all our guys, and I think that they're intertwined. When you have a number of guys performing at a higher level, it loosens things up for Torrey, and I think Torrey and Ty had a lot of pressure on them throughout the year because they're scorers. So to see that happen at the end of the year, to recognize what Torrey's been able to accomplish over his career is really a special thing and a unique thing. Well, the Mercer game was a high-level game, I think, and it was a high-level game for a good 39 and a half minutes. It wasn't decided until the last less than a minute to go. So, and I think it probably took a little something out of Mercer, and Florida Gulf Coast capitalized on that the next day. But it was a lot of fun to coach in, a lot of fun for our guys to play in. There was a couple real big calls late. One play that wasn't called, and then we missed a layup. So it was very, very tenuous throughout the game, and because of the high level play, it was a kind of a tense game. Rob has been with us for 3 years. In his first year, he tore his Achilles, and that's a very, very difficult injury to come back from. And he worked real hard and persevered over time, and certainly now we're hoping for the ultimate goal for him is to finish up with a degree.
The women's basketball team, under the direction of head coach Tammy George, earned the number 4 seed in the Atlantic Sun Conference Tournament before dropping a heartbreaking 2-point loss to number 5 seed North Florida in the quarterfinals. 2 Spartans picked up Atlantic Sun Conference postseason honors, as Tiara Copney was named to the All-Conference second team, and Brittany Starling earned All-Freshman team honors. Copney led the team in scoring in 2012-2013 by averaging 13 points per game, while Starling led Upstate on the boards with 6.3 rebounds per contest. The freshman also recorded a team-best 5 double-doubles on the year, while averaging 10.3 points per game.
Tiara Copney's had a great career. Just from the start, she got off to a great start, freshman of the year. And then from then on, she's been all-conference first or second team the next 3 years. She just had a great career, and I'm just very happy for her. I think she has a lot to be thankful for, and a lot of people would want to have the career that she's had. And thankful to I know T's most thankful to her teammates for all the things that they've done for her and help her to get to this far. But just very proud and happy for Tiara. Yeah, Brittany Starling just brought us a great presence on both ends. She made an immediate impact for us on the defensive end, from just being able to alter shots and rebound. And then on the offensive end, she was mostly a threat, someone we had inside just great honor for her. A lot of times this year she drew a lot of double teams. So just a great impact that she made for us on both ends of the floor. And Shelby just made great strides from her freshman year this year. I'm very, very proud of Shelby and the maturity that she made, the big step that she made this year. She just was our most consistent. I have no doubt she was our most consistent player throughout the whole year. Yeah, they had an unbelievable connection. I think it goes even far beyond the court. I mean, it's off the court as well. They get along very well. They love playing with each other. They feed off each other. Shelby doesn't mind passing in there. They just had a great connection with each other. I felt like we got better as a team from the get-go, especially at the guard spot. And Tyra played a lot of minutes for her. T played a lot of minutes, but then the development of Brittany Clancy and Trevonda and Tweety, they all came along and started really giving us valuable minutes down the stretch. And we made a little run towards the end and won a few games in a row, and then obviously made the conference tournament. But it was just good to see them grow a little bit, grow from, they grew up a little bit in their freshman year. They had to grow up very quickly. We needed their talent to come in and help us at the guard play. I think it goes back to we actually brought them a little bit early last year, and they kind of had a few weeks to get to know each other off the court before school started and all that, and kind of just continued to grow throughout the year. And I think as a coach, you want that. We didn't have that little pity stuff that you normally have with girls, but they get along, and they did a great job of rallying together when they needed to. And I'm very proud to be the coach of this team.
The women's basketball team has 3 awards to present this year, and presenting the awards is head coach Tammy George. The first award is the Newcomer Award, and it is given to the player who had the biggest impact as a newcomer on the team. The recipient of the Newcomer Award is Brittany Starling. The next award is the Most Improved Player Award and is given to the player who has made the most improvement from last year to this season. The recipient of the Most Improved Player Award is Shelby Hicks. And our final award is the Senior Award, and is presented to the senior who accomplished great heights in her career and has made a tremendous impact on the team. The recipient of the Senior Award is Tiara Copney. And ladies and gentlemen, and before we go on to our other awards, we would like to recognize the Upstate cheerleading team and head coach Amanda Wallace. Cheerleaders, please stand and be recognized for your commitment to providing outstanding spirit during our basketball games this year. Thank you, cheerleaders.
The men's track and field team, under the guidance of head coach Natalie Smith, continued to win championships in the Atlantic Sun. 4 seniors reached the podium for the Spartans at the A-Sun Indoor Championships in Gilbert Kimboy, Cameron Thomas, Kenny Sugishta, and Brandon Curry. Kimboy earned gold in the 3,000 and 5,000 meter races, while Thomas took top honors in the 800 meter. During the outdoor season, Upstate has set 4 program records and heads into the A-Sun Outdoor Championships next month, leading the league in 4 events and ranking 2nd in 2.
Our men are exceptional to watch. They're exceptional to work with. So really going into the meet every single week and also into our championships, we're always expecting something really grand to happen because these men put in a lot of work, a lot of time, and they really know their craft. So with our 4 seniors that did get on the podium this year, with Gilbert, of course, being on there twice, and Kenny as well, actually getting on there twice, and with Brandon and with Cameron actually becoming a conference champion, you can see the direct leadership that our seniors have, not just on the track. That's what I love about it, not just on the track, but they have leadership in the classroom as well. Our middle distance and distance crew is the core of our program, to be really honest. They are the core group. That's where our depth is. That's where a lot of our talent is. And not only that, that is the key component of what we do. Everything we do has been really built around those young men in the middle distance and distance, and adding to your Gilbert and your Cameron, you can put in there right along with them Matt Johnson as well. And so that core group, they've been here 3 and 4 years, and they've been really the ones that have established the legacy and the foundation of this program. Looking across the board at our team and really over this last year starting to make that transition and trying to build our program on the track and field side as a holistic team, you can see that more of our 400 area and 200 area as well has been coupled with our middle distance and distance, and we're really trying to show some progression along within our hurdles. Brandon Curry has been a leader for us in the hurdles, but moving into outdoor, Josh Powers has really stepped up and become a very strong 400 hurdler, and I do believe with him, Jake McCowan and Danny Moore, they're going to be some contenders when we get to that outdoor championship.
And before we get to tonight's awards, I do want to recap something that happened after our awards banquet last year, and that was Gilbert Kimboy, Kenny Sagishta, and Jameli Sang advanced to the NCAA East Regionals, and Kimboy narrowly missed a spot to advance to the Nationals. So we should congratulate them for those excellent performances that we didn't get to highlight last year at the awards banquet. The track and field program will honor the indoor track and field season tonight and will announce the award winners for the outdoor season after the completion of the A-Sun Championships next month. The men's indoor track and field team has 3 awards to present tonight, and presenting the awards is head coach Natalie Smith. The first award is the most outstanding indoor track and field or track performer and goes to Gilbert Kimboy. Our next award is the most outstanding indoor field performer and goes to Kenny Sagishta. And our next award is the Coach's Award, given to the individual who has not only made a major contribution on the track, but also has great leadership qualities off the track, in the classroom, and in being an ambassador for the program. He comes to training week in and week out, ready to do what it takes to be successful, is coachable, and respected by his teammates. The recipient of the Coach's Award is Cameron Thomas.
Head coach Natalie Smith continues to build the women's track and field program and has seen some strong results in 2012-2013. Freshman Dominique Knox shined for the Spartans at the A-Sun Indoor Championships, earning second place for Upstate in the 60-meter dash. Sophomore Brittany Walls just missed getting on the podium for Upstate, finishing fourth in the pentathlon. The young Spartans consistently improved their marks during the indoor season and carried that momentum into the outdoor season as well. Upstate broke 9 school records during the indoor season, and 9 so far have been broken in outdoor competition.
The women's team is a little bit different. It's so young, and so you're really looking at two things. You're excited about your future as far as the program, but we also have had those growing pains because it's been a huge transition to come in and have such a large women's team and almost 70% of them being freshmen. But I will say across the board, these freshmen have really taken a hold, and no pun intended, but they've really taken the baton and have said that we are going to be the ones to carry this torch and build something here at Upstate that has not been here. So looking back over the indoor championships, yes, Dominique Knox was great in the 60 meters, being really the first sprinter to ever get on the podium for our program, being second in the conference, and then the girl that actually won had to break the record to beat her. And so that's really, really exciting. And then other people coupled with her, not just Dominique, but Heaven Briggs and Bernique Johnson. Those young ladies are really starting to step up and take some ownership of this program and really produce. And so we're looking forward to the future of our women's track and field team. It's been great seeing Brittany's, progression. As a coach, that's what you want. You want to see an athlete come in last year as a freshman and to see the transition in 1 year from her not necessarily being a scorer to this year her being a contender. Not just in indoor, but outdoor, looking right now, going forward into the championship. She's going to be somebody to really watch in the heptathlon. And for the heptathlon, that's difficult to do because you're looking at having to learn events and learn them on the run. So for her to come in and have never had to run the 800 or to run the hurdles or throw the javelin, and now she's doing all of those things, and not just doing them, but doing them in a way that is really drawing some attention, not just to her, but to our program. So looking at Brittany's leadership as a sophomore has been really great. So having her and Ashley Edmond coupled with these freshmen, along with Jasmine Polite, the sky is the limit for where this program is going to go on the women's side.
The women's indoor track and field team has 3 awards to present tonight. Presenting the awards is head coach Natalie Smith. The first award is the most outstanding indoor track performer and goes to Dominique Knox. Our next award is the most outstanding indoor field performer and goes to Brittany Walls. And our next award is the Coach's Award given to the individual who has not only made major contributions on the track, but has also great leadership qualities off the track, in the classroom, and in being an ambassador for the program. She comes to training week in and week out, ready to do what it takes to be successful, is coachable, and respected by her teammates. The recipient of the Coach's Award is Heaven Briggs.
After being picked to finish third in the Atlantic Sun preseason poll, the USC Upstate baseball team got off to another hot start, winning 8 of their first 10 games, including taking number 8 Kentucky down to the wire in an 11-10 loss in the second game of the year. The impressive start for the Spartans earned the program votes in each of the first 3 National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Top 30 polls. Gaither Bumgardner earned ASUN Preseason Player of the Year honors prior to the 2013 season, while Chad Sabatka earned preseason All-Conference honors and was featured on a watch list for the top closer in the country. With 3 conference series still on the slate, Upstate will look to continue its push for a top seed in the upcoming Atlantic Sun Conference tournament, as the Spartans look for the program's first Division I postseason victory.
Well, I think we're having a decent season. Certainly we got off to a good start, and we had a lot of home games early, and that helped us get off to a good start. And now we're in the middle of our conference season, and you know, as one might expect in the ASUN, it's up and down and back and forth, and we got a chance to get into the middle and get into the hunt over the last few weeks of the season. So I'm looking forward to finding out how it's going to end up. Yeah, we do have a pretty big group of seniors, and they've been through the gamut, so to speak, in this program. They have certainly experienced some highs, some good times. They've certainly experienced some lows, some pretty down times. So they've been through all the emotions, and because of their experience, I'm hopeful that over the course of the last 10 or 12 games that they can lead us and you know, finish strong, and we'll look back at this and feel like we had a very good season. Well, certainly our main goal is to just try to get better each time we go out, and we've done some good things in that direction. I think that our hitting needs to be more consistent. We seem to get decent pitching a good bit of the time. We're normally in the games that we're playing in, but the hitting is up and down. So if we can be more consistent with the bats and play the sound defense that we have the last 3 weeks or so, we should be in the middle of things.
With several games yet to be played and the ASUN tournament a month away, the baseball team will name its award recipients after the completion of the season, much like it did last year. But speaking of last season, we'd be remiss if we didn't recognize some of last year's accomplishments that happened after our awards banquet. The team finished second in the ASUN during the regular season, while head coach Matt Fincher was named the ASUN Coach of the Year. Gaither Bumgardner was named the ASUN Player of the Year, and was joined on the all-conference team by David Roseboom and Austin Lippett.
The men's golf team just finished playing in the ASUN Championship yesterday, completing a season that saw several highlights. Head coach Todd Lawton saw the continued strong play from junior Adam Goins and the emergence of freshman Ryan Cornfield to lead the Spartans this season. Behind the strong play of Goins, Upstate claimed its second straight team championship at the Rutgers Invitational, with Goins claiming his second straight individual title in the tournament. Brad Seal won the Forest Hills Intercollegiate before turning pro, and the Spartans won its second tournament of the year at the Charleston Shootout. Goins earned 2 ASUN Golfer of the Week honors this year and rose to second all-time in career victories behind all-time great Josh Gallman.
We've had a great opportunity to play some wonderful venues, and you know, Adam Goins has stepped up and you know, helped us win at Rutgers and just do some exciting things there individually and as a team. We've played well historically in that event. In the fall, we had some great opportunities down at the Stetson tournament, the CFSC, and once again Adam was right there and lost in a playoff to a Central Florida player who's highly ranked in the country. This spring, we got off to a rough start at one of the toughest venues in America, TPC Sawgrass, Jacksonville, hosting that tournament, but really rebounded well and went to Charleston and won a tournament against a great field. Again, Adam was only one shot out of first, but really we've been helped a lot by several other players. Ryan Cornfield stepping in as a freshman, doing really well. Brad won at Augusta State before he turned professional, and it's been a solid season. We can certainly look at places where we could have done better, but I think the momentum is definitely going the right direction. I'd like to thank Brian and Matthew and Mackenzie Orriff for just always putting in a great effort, for being good leaders on and off the course. I think they would say that they would have loved to have some rounds that would have helped their careers a little bit better. But overall, I think they've been great contributors, on and off the course, and each one has posted numbers that are near our school record lows. Mackenzie, with his 66, and Brian and Matthew have posted really low scores. Matthew in last year's conference championship, or 2 years ago, but just been a really good blessing to our program to have such strong leaders and to help us move to that next level.
And to recap some of the finishes in the Atlantic Sun Conference Championships, Adam Goins finished 9th individually, and Ryan Cornfield took a top 20 individual finish as well. The men's golf team has 2 awards to present tonight, and presenting the awards is head coach Todd Lawton. The first award is the Most Outstanding Player Award and goes to the player who has played in the majority of tournaments and who owns the lowest season stroke average. The recipient of the Most Outstanding Player Award is Adam Goins. And our second award is the Workhorse Award and is presented to the player who is most dedicated to practice on the course and fitness in the Performance Center. He demonstrates a clear understanding that doing more than what is required benefits their ability to reach personal goals. The recipient of the Workhorse Award is Ryan Cornfield.
Under the direction of head coach Todd Lawton, the women's golf team made tremendous progress in 2012-2013, culminating in breaking the school's single-season record for stroke average. Needing to shoot a .312 or better, the Spartans posted their lowest round of the season at .307 to break the mark. Taylor Barnes claimed a tie for 16th, the highest any Spartan has finished in the conference tournament in the history of the program. Brittany Lowe became the first women's golfer in program history to win a weekly conference award, taking home A-Sun Golfer of the Week honors in September. The team as a whole posted the lowest stroke average ever at the December break, and for the first time in its history, had 3 players average in the 70s at semester's break.
We've had a great year in women's golf in terms of how we've progressed from previous years. We've had players, Brittany Lau started out this season at Spartanburg with a fantastic tournament there, and has received the first honors for our program from the conference. Taylor and Amanda have stepped up, played some great rounds of golf. Rachel, as a newcomer, has had good rounds of golf, not as consistent as she would like, but has worked really, really hard. Malika has helped us in the lineup. So overall, I think we've had a good balance and a good mix of players in our lineup. We just have to be able to get those 4 scores each round consistently. Taylor Barnes has just been a very solid player for us, a good leader. And it's so exciting to see her stepping up and doing her best here at the end. She really realizes what I think this means to her, and she's done a great job of balancing school and all the other things that she's got with golf. I think she'll look back at her career and I think fondly of the memories that she's had. And I know that we've seen her as someone that's probably got some of the great potential for us. And I was really excited to see her recently really show that in the last few events. Every year you try to play bigger tournaments, better courses, better fields, all those kind of things. And this year I think the team has stepped up and done really well. Scoring. We have an opportunity to have our lowest stroke average of the history of the program this year, and did so working toward the fall. And this spring we ran into actually a couple tournaments where the weather was so crazy, rounds got canceled. Moss Creek really hurt our averages, but we're still in position with a good A-Sun finish to be in one of the top, if not the top stroke average for the for the single season, but near the top 1 or 2. So, that's exciting because you've got players that have been here for several years, and that shows that they're improving. And it's not just about new additions and everything, but the ones that we have actually, gotten better over the years.
The women's golf team has 2 awards to present tonight. Presenting the awards is head coach Todd Lawton. The first award is the Most Outstanding Player Award and goes to the player who's competed in the most tournaments, or the majority of the tournaments, and who owns the lowest stroke average. The recipient of the Most Outstanding Player Award goes to Taylor Barnes. The second award is the Workhorse Award and is presented to the player who is most dedicated to practice on the course and fitness in the Performance Center. She demonstrates a clear understanding that doing more than what is required benefits her ability to reach personal goals. The recipient of the Workhorse Award is Rachel Reiling.
The Upstate softball team still has this weekend's conference series with Mercer and the Atlantic Sun Conference Tournament left to play. But under the direction of head coach Chris Hawkins, it has been a monumental season for the Spartans. Upstate is currently in first place in the A-Sun with a 2-game lead on the competition. The team claimed a top 25 national ranking in the NFCA Top 25 poll, the first Upstate team to earn a national top 25 ranking since the move to Division I. The team is set to break the single-season all-time home runs record, is pushing for 40 wins for the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons, and is ranked number 39 in this week's NCAA RPI. Upstate has ascended to the top as a national leader in batting average and fielding percentage this season as well. The Spartans have taken home 3 A-Sun weekly honors and lead the conference in team batting average, ERA, and fielding percentage, while several players rank in the top 5 in numerous statistical categories. Upstate battled nationally ranked Kentucky to 11 innings in February at Surreal Stadium and claimed an impressive non-conference win on the road at Georgia last week.
Our season has been spectacular. Our 2013 Upstate Spartan softball team is the pinnacle of where I always wanted to be. All the failures along the way of 19 years, all of the not getting it done when it counted. This is one of those years where we've stepped up every time we've had to. We've won a lot of games. We've won a lot of conference games. We seem to be self-driven and motivated, and it is an extremely fun unit to be around. It is so exciting to come out every day and see their faces. We strive to be the best we could possibly be, and for a mid-major to crack the top 25 poll is awesome. We work hard. We do the little things that we have to do. We consistently try to get better. When we do have setbacks, they're very short, and we get right back on the track, and it's a good credit to what we're trying to accomplish here at USC Upstate. Top 25 in the country. There's 290-something college Division I softball programs, and to be in the top 25 says a lot about what we're trying to do, and it's a good tribute to how hard we work. For us to beat the University of Georgia away at their place was a very fun time, and I know our girls will remember it forever. We're going to focus back on what we have to do to win a conference championship now, but that definitely is a motivational thing for us toward the end of the year. Our A-Sun conference is 7th RPI in the nation. It's a very tough conference to be in, whether it's one of the teams that's at the bottom or the top. And for us to reel off, 15 or 16 straight games in a row without a loss was once again what I attribute to Perfection. Last year we had 14 freshmen, 7 of them started. had a learning curve last year. We had to spend a lot of time on teaching them how to play softball. And now that they know that, we spend a lot of times on doing the little things that allow us to win. And our sophomores are unbelievable. And to know we have them 2 more years is very relaxing for us. And after 2 years, I'm probably going to cry harder than anybody because it's going to be so hard to replace the talent we put on this field and the people that they are.
Before we get to this year's awards, we would like to acknowledge some accomplishments from last year. Shelly Robinson was named the ASUN Freshman of the Year and was joined on the all-conference team by Hannah Alexander and Cheyenne Griffin. Robinson and Griffin were also NFCA first-team all-region selections. The softball program will present 3 awards tonight. Presenting the awards is head coach Chris Hawkins. The first award is the Impact Player Award and is given to the player who has had the biggest impact on the team this season, someone who has demonstrated an uncanny ability to come through in the clutch nearly every time she has been asked. The recipient of the Impact Player Award is Meredith Barnes. The second award is the Most Outstanding Newcomer Award and is given to the player who has come in and excelled beyond expectation in her first year in the program. The recipient of the Most Outstanding Newcomer Award is Jamie Uvari. And our next award is the Defensive Player of the Year Award and goes to the individual who is a leader on defense, plays nearly flawless in the field, and executes plays with precision and with an all-out attitude. The recipient of the Defensive Player of the Year Award is Cheyenne Griffin.
The USC Upstate men's tennis team ended the regular season with 4 consecutive conference victories to make a return trip to the Atlantic Sun Conference Championship as the number 5 seed. Mateus Kindler swept through the conference slate with a perfect 7-0 record to become the first upstate men's tennis player to earn ASUN Player of the Year honors. He never dropped a set in singles play and entered the conference championship with an amazing 11-match winning streak. Playing at the top of the lineup all season for the Spartans, Mateus earned a national ranking for 5 consecutive weeks and was ranked as highly as 109th in the country. Gonzalo Blanco and Yvonne Hasig earned national recognition on March 13th when the duo were ranked as the number 77 doubles team in the country. This national ranking came only days after the pair upset the 26th ranked tandem in the nation.
We've had some outstanding performances from our number 1 player, Matthias Kiedler, who played second fiddle to Ramiro Blanco last year, who was our number 1 player, and had done an amazing 15-3 record this year, going 7-0 in conference, and hopefully he will win the Player of the Year for the ASUN Conference. We've had some outstanding performances from Victor Salander, again our transfer student, who's got a winning record at every position he's played and brought a lot of maturity to our team. And we've had some struggles this semester with some very, very close losses, starting with our Portland loss 4-3, and we've had some wins at 4-3 and we've had some losses at 4-3. Our goal last year was to make conference, which we did, seeded 5th. This year we've met our goal as well, making to postseason play. Our seeding is the same. We go up against the 4th seed this coming weekend, which will be Florida Gulf Coast. We lost them in the regular season, and hopefully we'll get the W, and our goal is to get the W against them this season. Jacob Darling is our lone senior. He's from Kadikadi, New Zealand, has been an integral part of this team. Primarily this year, his main focus was in doubles, helping the team down at number 3 doubles for us. His partners have been Jamie Yates or Victor Salander, and has been a great contributor to our team. his maturity, his experience that he brings to the team definitely helped solidify the team. He's come in, he's worked hard, his attitude has been great, and it's just been great having him on the team.
The men's tennis team has 3 awards to present tonight, and presenting the awards is head coach Dr. Oliver Trittenvine. The first award is the Most Valuable Player Award and goes to ASUN Player of the Year, Matthias Kidler. The next award is the Leadership Award and goes to Yvonne Hessig. Our next award is the Spartan Award and goes to the player for persistence and determination. The recipient of the Spartan Award is Jacob Darling.
The USC Upstate women's tennis team started the season winning 8 of their first 11 matches and established themselves as one of the best doubles teams in the Southeast. Upstate dominated the early season ASUN Weekly Awards in 2013, capturing 3 of the first 5 weekly honors and doing so in consecutive weeks. Isabel von Streich's weekly award on February 20th was sandwiched between Constance Curtin, picking up the honor on February 13th and 27th. Finishing the season with 5 wins in their last 6 ASUN matches, the Spartans made their first appearance in the Atlantic Sun Championship as the number 3 seed, where they battled Kennesaw State for over 6 hours before picking up a 4-3 victory to advance to the semifinals. Constance Curtin was named to the ASUN All-Freshman team and earned all tournament honors, while Julie Bell was placed on the ASUN All-Academic team in 2013.
Well, the women's team has definitely had a special year. After inheriting the program, going 0-18, my first year here. Last year we had a great comeback year, but this year truly was an outstanding year. There were many teams on our schedule that we hadn't beaten before, and this year kind of started off with some surprising wins. And with that, the team just kind of grew stronger and stronger as the season went on. At this time, I believe our record is 13-7, and finishing up the conference at 5-3. Our goal was to make postseason play. We ended up 6th last year and failed the cut. And this year, we have made our goal of being in the competition, seeded number 3. Julie Bell was my first recruit to the Upstate after taking over the program, so she is very, very special to me, and she comes from the state where I had originally seen her and has been a really integral part of this team. Last year she was put in a position that I feel really, really challenged her up higher in the lineup. This year she's a little lower in the lineup, but playing a position that she's used to, down at 5 and 6 singles. She has been playing 1 doubles for us, which stretched her, but she has definitely risen to the occasion and has had a winning record with her doubles partner, Taylor Cohen. She'll be graduating soon, and I wish her all the best, and I just appreciate all the hard work she's given to this team these past 2 years. Allison Beeler, again, was a transfer from Georgia Southern. In a unique situation, she has just 1 year with us. She came in as a senior, but owing to her talent and her maturity and her dedication, was voted team captain by the team unanimously. And we've really appreciated her being the leader for our team this year. And that maturity, I believe, has given a lot to the team in where we are and what we've accomplished.
The women's team has three awards to present tonight, and presenting the awards is head coach Dr. Oliver Tritton-Vine. The first award is the Most Valuable Player Award and goes to Allison Beeler. Our next award is the Spartan Award and goes to the player for persistence and determination. The Spartan Award goes to Julie Bell. And our next award is the Spirit Award and goes to the player who possesses outstanding team support and morale. The recipient of the Spirit Award is Sarah Vanderberg. And that concludes the team awards for this evening. Don't leave. We still have some more stuff to do. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we have an encore presentation of a video piece that was shown during the women's basketball season in honor of the late George Gaines. His wife, Brenda Gaines, is here tonight. George was a colleague, mentor, supporter, caregiver, and most importantly, a friend to a vast many of people in this room tonight. After a long battle with cancer, George passed away last year. A scholarship fund has been created in his honor and is to be awarded to a women's basketball player. George honored us with his presence. Tonight, we honor George.
My favorite memory of Mr. George would definitely be his bright smile. Coming into the games every day and just seeing his smile would always give me life. What I'm going to miss most about George is him being like a father to me at school. He was like a second dad to me, and that's the one thing I remember most about him.
My favorite memory about George is running into Hodge every game, and he was there with a high five. Always had gum before the game, always had a smile on. Great guy, great guy. He taught me to enjoy life, you know, always have a smile on. It's short, should be fun. I don't know, we were lucky to have him in our lives, and he touched all of us in his own way.
My favorite memory about George was probably the first time I met him. I really didn't know how important this guy was going to be in my life. He just impacted me every day in a different way, from a father figure to a friend to a coworker. My intramural coach, just so many ways. From day one, he just made a big impact on my life. I think the biggest thing that I'm going to miss, and I do miss, is that just being able to pick up the phone and give him a call and just ask him how he's doing, see how he's doing, and then obviously a smiling face.
He was a heck of a poker player, too. At this time, we would like to honor those individuals with the departmental awards. The award winners were nominated by their coaches or the athletic administration and chosen by the athletic administrative staff. At this time, we would like to recognize this year's Outstanding Faculty Staff Award winner. This individual is one of our great supporters He attends athletic events throughout the year, whether they are contests here on campus or on the road throughout the region. He is a dedicated professor and is always chosen as a favorite instructor when we hold our faculty appreciation events at the various games and matches throughout the year. For his outstanding support of Upstate Athletics and making a difference in the lives of many in this room tonight, we would like to introduce Mr. Keith Hansen as our Outstanding Faculty Staff Award winner. Apparently we got it right. Introducing the Team and Individual Academic Excellence Awards, the Chi Alpha Sigma Honorees, and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee Leadership Awards is Associate Athletic Director Louise Erickson.
Academic success is always a priority among our department, and we close another year with a strong academic performance. At this awards dinner last year, I touted our 3.103 fall 2011 departmental GPA as the highest ever for our department. But in true Spartan fashion, you all outdid yourselves yet again. This past semester, you collectively earned what is now the highest ever for our department, a 3.135 GPA. You also set a new record high of 66% of you in the number of 3.0 GPAs. Please give yourselves a big round of applause for a job well done. In special recognition tonight, we honor the top men's and women's team who garnered the highest team GPA over the last year. This award is determined on the spring 2012 and the fall 2012 semesters and the weighted GPAs from every team for those semesters. The top women's team is consistently at or near the top of our departmental rankings every semester with their strong team GPA, boasting a combined spring 2012 and fall 2012 team GPA of a 3.562. Please congratulate the recipient of the Female Team Academic Excellence Award, our volleyball team. Will the seniors please come forward to accept their award? And on the men's side, the story of consistency is quite the same. This team is perennially at the top of the men's departmental rankings each year and maintains a team GPA higher than a 3.0. With a combined spring 2012 and fall 2012 team GPA of a 3.036, please congratulate the recipients of the Male Team Academic Excellence Award, our men's soccer team. Will the men's soccer seniors please come forward to accept your award? We also have some outstanding individual student athletes who deserve academic excellence awards. Performing well in the classroom for a semester or two is enough of a feat, but doing it for an entire career, along with being a Division I student athlete, is an arduous task. Tonight, we award a few of our seniors with the top academic awards of the evening. In previous years, we would only honor the very top male and female student athlete with the highest cumulative GPAs. However, this year we expanded the award to include all senior student athletes who have demonstrated consistent and impressive academic performance during their tenure. The Academic Excellence Awards will now be awarded to seniors every year who have earned above a 3.75 cumulative GPA at USC Upstate. Our individual Academic Excellence Award winners tonight are, with a 3.949 cumulative GPA from men's soccer, Matt Begley. With a 3.857 cumulative GPA from women's tennis, Julie Bell. And lastly, with a 3.808 cumulative GPA from softball, Samantha Porch. USC Upstate has the privilege of being a member of the Chi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society. This organization encourages and rewards high academic scholarship of college athletes who have demonstrated good citizenship and moral character. Student athletes who have a 3.4 total collegiate GPA and who have achieved junior status of 60 earned hours by the end of their 5th semester are eligible for induction. And each year at this annual event, we induct new members into the Honor Society. Tonight, we first want to recognize those individuals who were inducted last year and who maintained their 3.4 minimum cumulative GPA throughout their senior year. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your Chi Alpha Sigma graduation medal, and please hold all applause until all names have been read. Benjamin Augenstein, baseball. Julie Bell, women's tennis. Emily Bingham, volleyball. Christopher Cox, baseball. Gilbert Kemboy, men's track and field and cross country. Christopher Knopf, baseball. Ross Oden, men's track and field and cross country. Samantha Porch, softball. Emily Sanders, volleyball. Jordan Stampler, baseball. And Laura Transu, women's track and field and cross country. Please congratulate your Chi Alpha Sigma graduates. And now for this year's 2013 Chi Alpha Sigma inductions. Once again, these are student athletes who have a 3.4 total collegiate GPA and who have earned junior status of 60 earned hours by the end of their 5th semester. Please come forward as I call your name and hold your applause until the end. Meredith Barnes, softball. Rachel Carr, women's soccer. Amanda Carroll, volleyball. James Hadley, men's soccer. Yvonne Hasig, men's tennis. Anna Miller, softball. Morgan Page, volleyball. Sarah Plants, women's soccer. Michael Rankin Byrne, men's soccer. Daniel Seba, baseball. And we have one more to induct who achieved the GPA requirement during her senior year. She will also be receiving her graduation medal at this time. Mindy Quimby, volleyball. Please congratulate our 2013 Chi Alpha Sigma inductees. That's okay. You probably mixed them all up. And now for our SAC Awards. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee, known to many of you as SAC, serves to promote student athlete welfare and to provide a collective voice of the student athletes to administrators and to our community. Your SAC representatives have worked extremely hard this year in supporting you, and I would also like to ask that they please stand at this time to be recognized. SAC leaders, please stand to be recognized. Many of you know that we work hard during the year to raise funds for Gibbs Cancer Center and a number of our cancer awareness events. And while the total is definitely unofficial at this time, I would like to recognize those SAC leaders for their work, because as of now, we have raised over this year $5,500 for Gibbs Cancer Center, which is a record for Upstate Athletics. So congratulations. Leadership comes in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it's more obvious, and other times it's more behind the scenes. Sometimes we respond differently in different environments, where goals are unique and outcomes are measured in non-traditional ways. And the best learning moments occur when we recognize our limitations in one area and try our best to make up for them in other areas. These lessons are never easy to learn, but hopefully we embrace them and strive to improve ourselves. One specific SAC member, I believe, has worked hard to do just that. She discovered a way that she could make significant contributions to our department, and our SAC environment allowed her to do that. Whether it was doing grunt work at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, preparing for an event, thinking of new fundraising ideas and seeing them through, or finding unique ways to get people involved, she was always invested in SAC and its purpose. She took initiative, did more than was ever asked of her, and worked hard to motivate others to contribute. I have faith that she can capitalize on those experiences and take them with her as she moves forward in life. She made a true difference in our SAC, and I'm very proud of her efforts these past few years. Tonight, the first SAC Leadership Award goes to Vice President Marissa Klontz. Our final SAC Leadership Award goes to someone who needs no introduction. She has served as our SAC president. She has served as our SAC president for the last 2 years and has captained not only her volleyball team, but also all of her peer student athletes. She attended every SAC meeting of her career, unless traveling with the team, and probably almost all of the SAC events during that time. Probably the toughest challenge she has ever faced in life found her this year, and while she struggled privately with her own tears and fears, she donned her Spartan armor and battled forward, demonstrating a true resilience that I'm not sure she even knew she had. She excelled on the court, in the classroom, and in her leadership role with SAC, always putting the needs of others before her own. Every year, as seniors move on, the sentiment kicks in, and we often think to ourselves how much we will miss them. But I'm not sure her impact nor her smile can ever be matched. I will miss her terribly and cannot be more proud of the woman she has become. Our final SAC Leadership Award goes to President Emily Sanders.
We would now like to announce the award winners for the Conrad Award for Strength and Conditioning. And presenting the award is Scott Singer.
What's up, Spartan athletes? First, want to congratulate all of you, not just the award winners, but all of you for just another fun season here at Upstate. The Conrad Award for Strength and Conditioning is in recognition of the Conrad family, not only for their generous donation to our Performance Center, but also for spearheading financially to have what we have today in our Performance Center. For those of you that have been around the last few years, I mean, we had a slow start in a small facility, but we've grown into, I think, probably one of the top facilities in the ASUN. The award for our student athlete, I base it off of, or it has been based off of their dedication, not necessarily on the playing surface, but in the weight room, and just their dedication towards their team, and also their willingness to improve their own personal best. This year's female award, the recipient, is from women's soccer. This individual stuck around last summer, spent a little bit of extra time with us. Definitely showed she wanted to improve her own personal well-being, not only physically but even mentally. And this recipient this year is Sarah Plants. All right, the next award is a member of our male student body. This is a team that I haven't had a lot of close interaction with over the last 5 years. Over the last year and a half, I've definitely been involved highly with these guys. They're hard workers, and this individual has shown a tremendous amount of hard work in the weight room. He brings a lot of enthusiasm, but he also brings that little bit of team chemistry, I think, that kind of makes these guys what they are in there. If you ever get a chance, you want to stop in early in the morning about 6 a.m. and see a good hard workout, come check these guys out. This year's recipient, it took a little bit of time to get him away from a daily visit to the scale, but has definitely shown great strides in what he's become today. Our recipient for baseball is Brian Thompson.
And now we would like to present the Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine Award. And presenting that award is our Associate Athletic Director for Sports Medicine, Mr. Michael Sandy Sandego.
Very quickly, Eric English, Cameron Buchanan, Sarah Kerstetter, please stand up. I want to thank you. Second, house cleaning. All returning athletes need to come by the training room to fill out your summer contact form should the NCAA decide to drug test us. Finally, the Sports Medicine Award. The individual has a Lifetime Achievement Award in the training room. T, come on up. Get your award. You got about a 6-pound file in our file cabinet that we're looking forward to retiring a little bit. But from her freshman year through, there have been issues, there have been concerns, there have been things that we've dealt with, and every day the willingness to come in, do what needed to be done, and then go out and do what she could do out on the court was always evident. If she only had 60%, she gave us 100% of that 60%, and there's nothing more you can ask of a student athlete.
Thank you. The Sportsmanship Award is given to one female and one male student athlete for their virtues in fairness, self-control, courage, and persistence, while treating others fairly, maintaining self-control in dealing with others, and respect for both authority and opponents. Our female recipient of the Sportsmanship Award goes to women's tennis player Isabel von Streich. The male recipient of the Sportsmanship Award is baseball player Tyler Miller. And now for our Leadership Awards. The Leadership Award is given to the individuals who have been exceptional leaders on their respective teams within the athletic department and at the university and in the community. They go above and beyond what is asked of them to do and set examples for hard work, commitment, and dedication. The Leadership Award recipients are from baseball, Ben Augenstein. From women's tennis, Julie Bell. From men's tennis, Yvonne Hessig. From softball, Erica Harris. From men's soccer, John Cadane. From volleyball, Kayla McAvoy. From men's soccer, Kareem Richardson. From volleyball, Emily Sanders. From baseball, Jordan Stampler. And from women's cross country and track and field, Laura Transu. It's now time to announce the winners of the Outstanding Freshman Award. The award is given for athletic excellence and for performing in the classroom by a freshman student athlete. Our first recipient is 17-3 on the year in the circle, She leads the ASUN in opponent batting average, is third in wins, and ranks in the top 5 in most every pitching category in the conference. She also tossed a no-hitter against ASUN rival North Florida earlier this year. Off the field, she posted a 3.4 GPA in the fall semester. Introducing the Female Outstanding Freshman Award winner from softball, Jamie Uvari. Our second recipient posted the second best stroke average on the team this season for the men's golf team at 74.9. He claimed one top 10 finish and a top 5 effort as well, and was one of 2 Spartans to play in every tournament on the year. He capped his strong rookie season by claiming a top 20 finish at the ASUN Championships that concluded earlier this week. Off the course, he posted a 3.5 GPA in the fall semester. Introducing the Male Outstanding Freshman Award winner from men's golf, Ryan Cornfield. We have 2 more categories to go, and then we are out of here, folks. I know. Next up are the Pinnacle Awards. It's the Dr. Joe Bowman Pinnacle Award. We'd like to announce the winners of this award. Joining me on the podium is Dr. Bowman. The award is named after Dr. Bowman for his long service as an administrator, coach, and supporter of Upstate Athletics. The award recognizes and honors those senior student athletes who have tremendous athletic accomplishments in their careers. The recipients of the Dr. Joe Bowman Pinnacle Award are from baseball, Gaither Baumgardner. From women's basketball, Tiara Kopney. Women's basketball definitely should have sat up front, T. From men's cross country and track and field, Davey Dennison. From softball, Erica Harris. From men's soccer, Dylan Hoop. Also from men's soccer, John Cadane. From men's cross country and track and field, Gilbert Kimboy. From baseball, Brandon Lee. From volleyball, Emily Sanders. From men's track and field, Kenny Sagishta. And from men's cross country and track and field, Cameron Thomas. And now for the biggest awards of the night, the Coca-Cola Student Athlete of the Year. Joining us at the podium to present the awards is our Chancellor, Dr. Tom Moore. And now to present the Female Student Athlete of the Year.
Sarah Plants turned in a tremendous season in goal for the Upstate women's soccer team, finishing the season as the top goalkeeper in the Atlantic Sun and one of the top statistical keepers in the country. Playing more than 1,500 minutes, she was ranked 9th in the nation with 122 saves when the Upstate season ended and finished the year 15th overall. She recorded 9 or more saves in 5 matches on the season and recorded 2 shutouts along the way. She topped all A-Sun keepers in total saves and saves per game, en route to earning the A-Sun Goalkeeper of the Year honors and first team all-conference accolades. She became the first women's soccer player to earn a major individual award and all-conference honors from the Atlantic Sun. She has also cemented herself as one of the top keepers in the history of the program, and with a year of eligibility remaining, ranks 5th all-time in saves and is within striking distance of the all-time record. Plants has also excelled as a student. A 2-time A-Sun All-Academic Team member, she is also an A-Sun Conference Scholar, carrying a 3.566 cumulative GPA as a criminal justice major. In addition to her athletic and academic performance, she has also been active in the community. Plants has worked with the women's soccer team in their soccer clinics for underprivileged children, with the team's cancer initiatives, and has volunteered at the Spartanburg Soup Kitchen. Plants is the first women's soccer player to be named Student Athlete of the Year at Upstate.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 Female Student Athlete of the Year, Sarah Plants. And now, to present the Male Student Athlete of the Year.
Gilbert Kimboy not only added to his lengthy resume in 2012-2013, he punctuated it and cemented his place in Upstate lore as one of the best student athletes in the 45-year history of athletics at the university. Excelling as a multi-sport athlete in cross-country and track and field, Kimboy began his record-setting year by leading the men's cross-country team to its 2nd straight A-Sun championship while defending his 3rd individual conference title. He advanced to the NCAA Nationals, becoming the first Spartan to advance to the NCAA National Championship, and missed out on All-American honors by only 2 positions. His excellence continued in the winter when he successfully defended his championships in the 3,000 and 5,000 meter races at the A-Sun Indoor Track and Field Championships, breaking his own A-Sun record time in the 5,000 meters. In 2012-2013 alone, he has won 3 individual championships, was named the A-Sun Runner of the Year in cross country, and the most outstanding track athlete of the year in indoor track and field. He has also earned 4 all-conference honors and still has the 2013 Atlantic Sun Outdoor Championships to go next month. He also excelled academically and was named the ASUN Scholar Athlete of the Year in cross country and indoor track and field, while owning a cumulative GPA of 3.545 as a sociology major. He is a 3-time member of the ASUN All-Academic Team and is an ASUN Conference Scholar. Kimboy has also been active in the community, continuing his work on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, the USC Upstate Orientation Staff, International Club, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and working in Spartanburg with the Spartanburg Foster Parents Association, Ignite, and the Spartanburg Boys and Girls Club's outreach organizations. For his excellence as a student athlete, Kimboy was awarded the prestigious NCAA Postgraduate Scholarship, the first USC Upstate student athlete to ever receive this prestigious scholarship. For his career, Kimboy has won 12 ASUN individual championships, 14 all-conference honors, 5 ASUN Scholar Athlete of the Year awards, and owns 3 ASUN records. He is the 4th Spartan to receive 2 Student Athlete of the Year honors during his time at Upstate.
Your 2013 Male Student Athlete of the Year, Gilbert Kimboy. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave tonight, I would like to thank Chad Huff and his team for his efforts in coordinating the video production for tonight's banquet and his tremendous work throughout the entire year. I would also like to thank David Bell and Katie Parker for their hard work, dedication, and passion for their jobs and their respective sports throughout the last year. Nothing that has been done in media relations and the promotion of our teams could have been done without those 2 individuals. With that, we conclude the Coca-Cola Awards banquet tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for a tremendous year and wish those who are still competing the very best of luck as they finish their playing seasons. And most importantly, good luck on your exams. Thank you.